Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to my FIFA 13 Barnet career. This is episode 9. Yes, episode 9. And as you can see, the transfer window has just closed. I couldn't get Benassi in on time, as I pointed out in the last video, and I had a little sort of mini rant about EA and the way they've set up transfer deadline day. But I decided to take a new approach because I've always said since the start of this series that I wanted to bring youth through my team. And one thing I realised I hadn't done was set up a youth academy. So I used the money that I would have spent on Benassi's wages and instead put some of it back into the transfer budget and hired myself a scout who should be arriving once this match is finished. I've taken a new approach to showing matches. I realised that watching a whole match from start to finish can be quite boring. I always said to myself that I was only going to do that for the first couple of matches of the season or big matches. Obviously, the first match of the season, you want to see how well the team's going to play. Pre-season friendlies, I did it for as well, but that's only because I hadn't really worked out a way of doing this properly back then, right back at the start of the series. So apologies if anyone got bored by that. What I've decided to do for these matches, though, is only cut out the highlights. Now, this was a good idea in theory. When it came to practice, there were a lot of highlights. So at some points, you've got a huge chunk of the match anyway, which, again, I can only apologise for. So you see here we kick off and we get the ball with Langerman and then tries to get it through the pain. And then we skip forward to the 5th minute. Reason being for that challenge by Micah. It was a poor challenge, I must admit. I got a bit lazy in defending. I just pressed the slide tackle button and waited for him to bring him down, basically. So Micah, at the end of this section, will get booked. Here we go. The referee will book him, and we get to see a nice little close-up replay of the challenge which led to the booking. I've got to cut out tackling like this, really, because that is just pure laziness for me. Misread the game, misread the tackle, just misread everything, basically. Right, 13th minute. And we get a Zog on the ball on the left-hand side here. Now, as I said in the last video, what a good signing a Zog turned out to be. He always makes those runs. He always gets into the space where you wouldn't really expect him to be. He is a fantastic player. I am really pleased to have a player like him in my team. Chumacero as well, who I'm starting to think will take Edgar Davids' place in the team. Both of them they form such a good partnership when they play together. Strike from Grealish, there, forcing the corner. Stoger as well, another good player. Poor corner from him there, but he is a good player. And it becomes a bit of a tricky situation for me, because I have to choose which of the two do I play, Stoger or Samosa. And if I choose one, can I play the other in centre midfield behind him? So as you've seen from previous episodes, Samosa tends to come up with important goals. He scored the winner for me against Aldershot, I believe it was. Just in general, he's a good player. Right, we skip forward to the 29th minute. Or the 30th minute, technically. And you see I've just won the ball from outside my box. Now, obviously nothing came of that because we're now in the 39th minute or the 40th minute. Again, however you want to see it. And again, it's York attacking, which I'm sure looks worrying to most people. The fact that every time we seem to cut to a new bit of highlight, it's York on the attack. That was a good save there from Galatha. I really fell asleep when that corner came in and very nearly paid the price for it. As you can see again, Galatha off his line. Now, this is something that I didn't think Graham Stack would bring to my team, which Galatha does, is that presence around the box. As you saw from my first pre-season game, Stack was a bit droppy happy, shall we say. Here we go with Stoger on the ball. He squares it across, and look who's there to finish it. The man who you would not expect to be outside their box, never mind inside their box, Pedro Azog. He is a defending midfielder. He is listed as a defence midfielder. I have no idea where Payne was in this point, but Azog made the run alongside Stoger, got the ball and scored. So, again, he is living up to his free transfer price tag. He's going to be worth a lot of money come the end of this season, maybe even £1 million. He probably is worth £1 million already, actually, because he's that good. Because see, look, he gets the ball in the edge of the box there again. And even when he loses it and he's got absolutely no stamina remaining, he still tries to win it back, which, I mean, that's really pleasing. And it's his goal at half time, which is putting me 1-0 up, which, you know, the fact that my defence midfielder is scoring is good. I'd like my striker to score more, obviously. I'd like Payne to get a few more goals, but as we've seen from when I first signed him, Payne is young, he's learning. He is getting to be a very good player. I believe he scored the winner against Millwall in the League Cup, or he set up the winner. I think he set up the winner. So just having all these young players who sort of helping each other out, it does come up with a problem a few years down the line when they all become old at the same time, let's say, and their legs start to go. But then hopefully by then I'll have had a youth academy set up, running for a couple of years, had a few youth players come through and made an impact in the team. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem really. And anyone who does get old, I tend to move on anyway, so it's fine. So we kick off the second half, and there's Zog on the ball again. Misplaced pass. Tried to be clever with the outside of the right foot, whereas I think just sliding it through with your left foot would have been a lot easier there. Marsh Brown, who again has impressed me this season. I was getting ready to sell him in the first couple of episodes, and because I couldn't get another right winger in on time, I decided to play him, and he's actually really impressed me. So I think we'll be keeping him. There's Stoger on the ball, and there's, was that Micah or Grealish on the ball? Again, York did well to defend that one, actually. It wasn't so much bad play from me. Maybe I shouldn't have kicked it straight at the goalkeeper from Grealish, but York handled that one quite well, I think. And it's that second ball from the corners which I need to work on now. I know that I'm going to lose the first ball because I am rubbish at set pieces. It's getting your players in the right position to pick up the second ball and get the ball back in the box. That's the clincher, really. Here's Marsh Brown again, demonstrating the pace that I actually quite like about him. The shot, not brilliant. It wins the corner, but I don't think that was really going on target in the first place anyway. I'd have much rather that you'd actually pulled it back, but you can never trust EA when it comes to pulling the ball back. That's another one where again the ball sort of ricocheted around the box from the corner. It's the second ball again. Very nearly came up with a goal. The key is to not be too disheartened when you don't win the ball directly from the corner, because there's always the second ball, and in some cases there's the third ball as well. That was a good shot. I believe that was a Zog again. Just wanted to show that substitution there from York. And now we cut forward to the 65th minute, where I believe, yeah. Now I don't like this on FIFA at all. I don't mind the fact you got the cross in, but you know, I've got a defender who is the same height as the striker, probably got the same strength as the striker, same build as the striker, and yet they both jumped, and somehow their striker wins the header 9 times out of 10, and my defender loses it 9 times out of 10. And I really don't understand that at all, because surely it should be 50-50 or defender's advantage. But apparently not. But yeah, Micah gets the ball here. He's getting wrestled off it. He still gets a good ball in. And again, it very nearly falls for a goal. That was a poor strike from Stoger. Could have done better. Well done by Payne to put enough pressure on Ingham that he had to palm the ball up in the air. Another substitution. Potts on for McGrath. I wouldn't say substitutions are highlights, but I show them anyway in case one of the players who comes on does happen to end up making a difference in the game. Having said that, Nurse came on for me and I haven't got a bloody clue who he came on for. It must be Grealish if he's out on the left. I've decided to use Nurse. Obviously you can use him as a striker, but because he has pace and he doesn't have that much strength, I decided I could also use him as a winger. That's Jamal Lascelles, the guy I was saying how good he was in the last video. He is good. I promise you he's good. Again, that's just lazy defending by me. I thought that guy wasn't going to touch the ball forward. I thought he was going to cut back inside, but how wrong I was. and now there's controller problems. The next few videos, I will admit I've had a lot of problems with my Xbox controller recently. So apologies to anyone if that keeps coming up on screen. I will fix the problem by the time I do the next batch of videos. When that will be, I'm not too sure, because I'm starting university again in a couple of weeks. And that was a brilliant save from Galatha, and that summarises why I brought Galatha in, because he just does things like that. You know, Lascelles has just been sent off, down to 10 men. Obviously, he's a centre back down. We just have to bring on another centre back who's nowhere near warmed up, and your goalkeeper saves the resulting penalty, which is just a huge lift to everyone. There's Singh coming on for David. What was it? Oh yeah, about my videos. I've got the controller problem. I will have that fixed, obviously. I've just said I've got uni in a couple of weeks, so my uploads will be less frequent. I know they're not frequent at the moment anyway, but they will become, unless I get a huge batch done before I start uni again, in which case I'll be trying to do one a day still. The plan was to do one a day and get a massive batch of videos and just keep uploading them over and over and over. But I've had problems with my computer, and I've just had problems with, you know, Audacity and things like that, and it's been delaying me quite a lot. And I've had other commitments that I've had to do as well. Now that was Payne with a fantastic first touch there, and here comes Samosa, and bang, last minute goal, down to 10 men. I think actually this was the one I was talking about with Samosa. I think I've got my videos mixed up, because obviously I record the videos in advance and then I do the audio afterwards, which is why I'm talking to you now and seem to know everything that's going to happen in this video. Apart from that, because I said Aldershot instead of York. That's why I like Samosa. He was actually playing in a centre midfield role at that point, because obviously Lascelles had been sent off, so I sacrificed the cam, brought it back into the midfield, moved the midfield back into the defence, and then brought on another defender in that position. So to score a last minute winner when you're down to 10 men, you've got players playing out of position, your tactics are all wrong, you've got a huge gaping hole in your attacking lineup. It's brilliant. And as you can see, full time, 2-1 Barnet against York, which I am thrilled about, because it's games like that where if you want to be a champion, if you want to win the league, it's games like that where you've really got to up your game. So Lascelles gets sent off. Do I stop attacking and do I just sit back and defend? No, because you don't win matches doing that. I keep attacking, because the best way to defend is to attack, because as long as you've got the ball, your opponent hasn't, so they can't score. So yeah, I'm happy with that match. I hope you like this new highlights format, and until next time guys, I will see you soon.